Let's say
yo 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 yo.
Jess Hilarious, you running a little late. Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday. How y'all feel out there? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. Happy to be here another day to serve our beautiful listeners, man. Drop on the clues bombs for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay. First of all, I love Jacksonville. All right, that's number one. But number two, I just like seeing the Kansas City Chiefs lose. It warms my cold heart to see the Kansas City Chiefs have a losing record.
Yeah, they lost last night,
Yes,
31-28. Did you watch the whole game?
I didn't watch none of the game, okay? But I saw the score, all right? I was up, I'm reading a great book right now. It's Allen Iverson's memoir.
Yeah, Allen Iverson's memoir, yeah.
Oh, man. That's what I've been on all weekend.
I love to read books like that because you know the person in real life, so that to actually know his story, to see his story. Because I went to Virginia, I went to Hampton University when he was going through all the things that he was going through. I remember that bowling alley situation when he was just coming up, and I was out there. It's a great story. If you haven't got the book, is the book out yet? Not yet.
No, it's not out yet. I think it's out this week. But,
this week, yeah.
I love reading stories like that because you don't know a person. You know what I mean?
That's even true, yeah.
Like you hear all of these headlines and things like that,
Stories,
but you actually
yeah.
get to know, what the person was thinking in that moment, what led to certain situations. But, Allen Iverson is a cultural icon. So all cultural icons should write memoirs. They should tell their own stories while they're still alive to tell them. So I'm thoroughly enjoying this book. I'm almost done with it, actually.
I agree. I seen AI a couple of weeks ago, too, when I was in Virginia. I just happened to walking down the block, and AI pulled up on me. So salute to AI.
Why the hell was you just randomly walking down a block in Virginia?
Because when I was staying at the hotel, you walk about maybe 5-10 blocks from this restaurant. So
you ain't say it like that though. You make it like you just walking the streets of Virginia, like you just gooned out here. I'm just walking the block. Didn't you say that?
If you took that, I didn't say nothing about going out.
I was just walking the block of Virginia.
Let me rephrase that. I was strolling to the neighborhood restaurant to catch some brunch, and as I was walking back to my hotel, Allen Iverson pulled up to me and said, "Hey, what's up, Envy? Does that sound better?"
That makes sense. Actually, the book comes out today. While we're sitting there talking about it. Yeah. Today it's out.
Misunderstood.
Allen Iverson. Comes out today, October 7th.
That's right.
His memoir.
Salute to AI.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Havoc will be joining us this morning. We got a chance to kick with Havoc. Havoc, of course, from Mobb Deep. This is the last, I believe, Mobb Deep album. It's called Infinite. It's Havoc and Prodigy. They have Prodigy verses on there. Nas is on there a couple of times. So we're going to be kicking it with Havoc for a little bit.
Man, I'm mad I missed that, man. They got a song. That was that new record they got out. That's so hard.
Which one?
It's a new record. It's off this. It's off the Infinite.
The whole album is hard, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't hear the whole album.
They sent it. The whole album is hard. It's and Prodigy sounds so good, man. We forget about all the beats that Havoc produced and how nice.
I absolutely do not.
It's funny. We was having a conversation. I was like, it's weird to me that people don't ever put you in that conversation one of the illest or best producers. And he was like, yeah, he feels the same. But if you look at his catalog and the records he produced,
when he was up here, when Joey Badass was up here, and Joey Badass was talking about wanting to do like a 1990. Well, I was saying he should do like a 1990 Now album, and Havoc was one of the people I said.
Oh my goodness! From Quiet Storm to Shook Ones to Godfather Part 3 to there's so many of them. So we'll talk to Havoc in a little bit. But we got front page news when we come back. Mimi will be joining us, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now on Monday Night Football, like we told you, the Jaguars beat the Chiefs 31-28.
Dropping the clues bomb for the Jaguars. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan all day. I don't root for other teams. I just like to see the Kansas City Chiefs lose. Jesus. I really, truly do.
Why so much? What they
did
to
warms
you?
my cold heart.
Is it Taylor Swift?
There's a lot of mayonnaise. A lot of mayonnaise in that potato salad. A lot of it.
All right. Well, good morning, Mimi.
Good morning, Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne. How you doing this morning?
Mimi.
Good.
Good. All right. So as the government shutdown drags into its second week, thousands of air traffic controllers are being told to keep working, even though they are not getting paid. Their union says skipping a shift or calling out sick could mean getting fired, but call-outs are already rising as frustration and financial strain are setting in. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, he stopped by Newark Airport yesterday, delivering pizzas to air traffic controllers still on the job and admitting that pressure is mounting. Let's listen to what he had to say.
And so now what they think about as they're controlling our airspace is, how am I going to pay my mortgage? How do I make my car payment? I have a couple kids at home. How do I put food on the table? I'm working 6 days a week. Do I have to take a second job and drive Uber when I'm already exhausted from doing a job that's already stressful? to think about how I can make extra money because the government may not provide me a paycheck. This shutdown has put way more stress on our controllers at a time when they're already working on equipment from the 1960s, 1980s, 1990s. We ask them to do their jobs on equipment that has not been state-of-the-art.
That's crazy.
That is really crazy. Equipment from the 60s, 80s, and 90s. That leaves more questions than answers right there as well. But more than 11,000 FAA employees, roughly a quarter of the agency's workforce, they have been furloughed, while 13,000 controllers are still required to report for duty to keep the planes moving safely. And for travelers, the ripple effects are starting to show. Longer TSA lines are being reported at several major airports as more agents do call out sick, and even minor staffing gaps are now causing major delays. Here in California, Burbank Airport had no traffic controllers on duty for nearly 6 hours yesterday, forcing flight diversions and delays. Governor Gavin Newsom, he vented about that on X, writing, Burbank Airport has 0 air traffic controllers from 4:15 to 10 p.m. today because of your government shutdown. We're assuming he is talking about President Trump. Meanwhile, flight refund requests, consumer complaints, lost luggage claims are piling up because offices that handle that are closed. FAA inspectors have also been furloughed, meaning fewer routine checks on planes and repairs. So just a growing reminder that the shutdown isn't just a Washington problem. It's touching Americans both on the ground and in the air.
So imagine them saying there was no air traffic controllers in Burbank for 6 hours.
That's crazy. But I wonder if all the TSA members, employees, and all air traffic controllers just say, you know what, we're not coming to work Wednesday, right? It would almost force to get things done a lot faster, right? Because if nobody comes to work, that means there's no flights taking off. That means you can't go anywhere. That means there is no money. And I really think they care more about big business than the actual average people. So I wonder if that would force things to move a lot faster.
I doubt it.
No.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think that's why the transportation secretary had that press conference yesterday, because he was basically saying, if you do that, we're going to fire you, and we'll just find somebody else to take your place.
But you're not going to pay me. But you want me to work, but you're not going to pay me.
Exactly. So you kind of got to pick one.
And I don't know who will want to apply for a job like that if they already not paying. So where y'all going to find more people to work?
Yeah, well, and the chaos in the skies, it's all tracing back to, of course, the gridlock in Washington, where lawmakers can't agree on how to reopen the government. Yesterday, Senate Democrats, they once again blocked Republicans, their so-called clean funding bill. It's the 5th failed vote in just 7 days. So that final count was 52 to 42. They are just short of the 60 votes that they needed to move forward. The bill already passed by the House would have kept the government running until late November. Democrats, of course, they're refusing to go along with a vote until the Affordable Care Act subsidies and tax credits, those are the tax credits that help millions of Americans afford their health insurance premiums, which are set to expire at the end of the year. And now some Republicans are sounding the alarms. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, she said on X that while she's not backing the Democratic plan, she did urge her party to address the expiring Obamacare credits, warning that insurance premium for her own children will double if the credits expire. And so Americans, they are fed up. A new national poll finds 70% of voters oppose the shutdown. More than half blame Republicans, while most want Democrats, honestly, to just accept a short-term deal to keep the government open. Most people just want to get back to work. And perhaps the most telling about all of this is 62% believe that Republicans will ultimately win this showdown about the shutdown.
I tell you one thing, on October 15th, the 1.3 million members in the armed services are supposed to get paid. You let them miss that paycheck, okay? You miss that paycheck, it might not be worth the political cost for either party.
Wow.
Exactly. So we'll continue to watch that. All right, y'all. Well, coming up at 7, a popular app is rolling out a new feature today, and I'll tell you why some users say they feel like they are being watched.
Another one. Okay, Mimi. Okay.
Girl, another one.
All right. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up, wake up. Wake your ass.
This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, this is Rick. How y'all doing today?
What's up, Rick? Get it off your chest, Rick.
Peace, Rick.
Hey, I just wanted to give a little insight. I heard Charlamagne say like the armed services missed their payment. They actually passed a law not too long ago where the armed services in certain divisions of the government actually still get paid during government shutdowns, right?
I didn't say that, but brother, I didn't say that, my brother. I said that y'all have a paycheck scheduled on October 15th for the 1.3 million members in the armed services, and they're saying that might convince legislators in the White House that missing that date won't be worth the political cost.
They're still going to get paid. That's what I'm saying. They passed a law back during like Trump's first administration to where the armed services still get paid.
You talking about the temporary bill that continues what is it called? I forgot.
No, that's stopgap legislation. We're not talking about that. We're talking about an actual law like that was put into place. And to like Envy's point, well, like if the TSA was to call off, that's what actually put pressure on the first of the Trump administration in 2018 to get them back to work. Remember that they had a big airport thing. A bunch of TSA agents was calling out sick and everything like that, and they got the shutdown done in like a week, man. So, like, yeah, they really do care about big business more than they care about the little guys. So, like I said, like, the Army still get paid, Congress still get paid. Yeah. They get free health care, man. It's the little guys like us who are making $20, $30 an hour, man, who premiums double. You know, I always tell people, though, it's expensive to be poor. You know, one thing can happen in your life, man, and it can set you back for months on end. But, you know, the government doesn't really care about that, man. But that was just my 2 cents. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, brother.
You too.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning, DJ Envy. Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne. How y'all doing?
Good morning.
What's your name, brother?
It's Adele. I'm going to go quick because I know Trigger Finger's got his hand next to the hanger flag.
Yeah.
But back in 2018, I was looking back to shut down, did some research. And first of all, there's 535 members of Congress, right? And because of the 27th Amendment, they still get paid during the furlough. But they have the option to forego their payments. And the research shows that only 6 members have done that. And also what caused the shutdown to end in 2018 was TSA. Because after that month and they weren't getting paid, they started calling in sick. They stopped coming in, and that was a big disaster. So they came to an agreement real quick. So my thing is I'm calling them back out this time around because we the people have power. If they stop coming, if essential workers stop going in or take a stand like Charlamagne was saying about the veteran workers, I bet you they'll agree real quickly.
I didn't say that. Envy said that. But listen, where are y'all getting this information that active duty personnel are still getting paid?
I don't know about them, but TSA, they just stopped coming in. In 2018, that's what caused the shutdown.
TSA members started calling in sick. Like a lot of them started calling in sick because they weren't getting paid.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When it's regular people, a lot of times the government don't care. But I feel like when they got to shut down them airports and shut down them planes and them flights, they'll fix things right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, how you doing? What's going on, man? This is Terrence from Ciofalo, Louisiana.
Terrence, good morning. Terrence. Get it off your chest, brother. Good
morning, man. I wanted to shed a little light this morning, man, about the tragic accident that happened here in Louisiana.
Oh, man.
Regarding Kyron Lacey.
Horrible, my brother. Horrible.
Horrible, yeah, man. So what just happens, man, his lawyer just got on a local news network and really got to tell his story, man. It shed light on his story about what really happened. And it was a total cover-up from start to finish, man. Kyron Lacey was behind that accident.
Yeah, I saw the video.
You saw it, yeah. I just feel like we're not getting enough. That's not getting enough national attention, man. That's a false police report.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? When I walked in the room this morning, I said, man, all the caping people doing for Diddy, talking about the judicial system did him dirty. It's like, no, that should be going to Kyron Lacey because Kyron Lacey didn't do anything wrong. Like he didn't make no poor choice whatsoever. He just got framed.
Correct. He got framed, man, and we just feel like here in the community, man, they're not shedding enough light on that.
Yeah, I agree. We spoke about it yesterday.
Some apologies or something, man.
And I believe the lawyer reached out in my DM. I actually sent him to Lauren's information so Loren could speak with him. But if he is listening or the family members are listening, we definitely would love to talk to you.
Hell yeah.
Get the true story,
Hey, that's easy, man. I can get in touch with his mom or his dad and have them call you guys. That's easy.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, all that energy y'all giving Diddy, talking about, the judge did Diddy wrong and the judicial system did Diddy wrong and they overcharged. No, they did that to Kyron Lacey. Diddy made poor choices that put himself in that situation. Kyron Lacey did nothing. Literally.
And he's not even here anymore.
Not even here. He's dead, committed suicide. Yeah. Like, what are we talking about?
Hello, who's this?
J.R. Wolford.
Hey, good morning, brother. Get it off your chest.
Morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne, the God, Jess Hilarious.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Yes, I'm in need of a kidney transplant, and with everything that's going on with the government, I'm a little worried about that.
Damn.
Are you on the list for transplant?
Yeah, I'm on 3 lists, and I'm taking donations for my kidney transplant now.
Can I ask you a question? What does the government shutdown? Why does the government shutdown impact whether or not you can get a kidney transplant?
Medicaid. If they cut
Medicaid,
then patients are affected in that way.
Got you.
Yeah, I had a friend on the list, the same list that needed a kidney. It's been years too.
Do they?
Yeah, it's been 5 years for me now.
Yeah, it's been years.
Does it depends on why you need it?
It depends on why you need it, and then also if it's something that you're doing to yourself, they want to make sure if it's drugs or something, they want to make sure that you're in rehab and that they don't give you something where you're going to continue on messing up your kidney. Yeah, that's why I asked what was the reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, COVID got me. That's how my kidneys felt. COVID got me.
Damn. I'm so sorry, brother. Good luck, man.
Definitely.
Yes, I appreciate it. Can I do one more thing? If anybody would like to donate, I'm on Kidney Need 69 on Instagram.
Say it again.
Kidney Need 69 on Instagram.
All right, brother.
Man, folks have no idea Thank you, brother. Folks have no idea how much this government shutdown is impacting working class people because everybody be in their little bubbles, right? You in your little bubble of entertainment. You in your little bubble of this over here, but you're not talking to regular, everyday people and realizing how it's impacting their everyday lives. This man said he's scared he's not going to be able to get his kidney transplant.
That's crazy. Damn, well, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. And if you are flying today and you see a TSA worker, just say hello, shake a hand, just say we appreciate you, just say thank you, because a lot of them are not getting paid and they're doing this because they're just trying to help and make sure that they're there.
Mad. I wouldn't say shit.
Yeah, be like, man, they'd be like, F your thoughts and prayers. Where the money at, okay?
Right. Well, you can't get money, so just say
why can't you give money?
And a high five.
Slip them a little something. They ain't getting paid.
Something. Yeah.
I don't know if you can do that because they might get fired for taking that, but you give them a little something, some food or something.
Hey, like F y'all.
Right.
Damn.
That's how I feel about TSA.
Somebody say something nice to you and say F y'all back?
Yeah, man. F you. Thoughts and prayers. Yeah, man. Give me where the money at.
And then when the go through and forget to empty his pockets, now I gotta see you again because you gotta give me something else. Nah.
You know what TSA y'all should get back to? Stealing. Okay?
What? Please don't apply too much.
Nah, man.
Come on,
TSA, get back to stealing a little bit. Y'all deserve it right now, man. Okay?
Y'all deserve to steal right now.
We got the latest with Loren coming up. What we talking about, Loren?
Yes, we're gonna be talking about LeBron. LeBron said he is making the decision of all decisions.
Nobody got time for all that right now, LeBron. You see what's going on in the world, LeBron. Nobody got time for all of this foolishness.
The people is stressed. Okay,
no,
we're gonna get into it.
There's only one decision he can make: retire and not retire. This is silliness all over again from LeBron.
He's not leaving, so like you said, it's probably just gonna be.
And I hope he don't use this opportunity to sell something. If he come out and he's like, I'm selling a new sandwich or this is a new sneaker. If he playing with people like this during a time like this, we don't want to hear it.
I'm selling a new
people going, don't he?
No.
Oh my God.
No, he doesn't.
He want to say. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Loren becoming a straight fast.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So LeBron James have the people in a frenzy right now. So yesterday on his Instagram, LeBron posted a video of him walking in and sitting down, recreating the big Miami announcement moment. And the caption of the video, he doesn't say anything. The caption of the video says, "The decision of all decisions, October 7th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hashtag the second decision."
It's not the decision of all decisions because there's only one decision he could be making. Like, he's going to announce his retirement. This is his last year, farewell tour, which he deserves.
I think so.
Well, yes.
I would hope so.
So that post made some people think that
Why would you hope so?
Because I hope he's not doing all this to promote a sneaker McDonald's chicken sandwich.
Yeah. I thought you mean the fact that he was actually, if he retires, I mean, because he's still putting up numbers. Though.
Yeah, last week they talked about, someone that asked him during the media days about retirement, and he said, he downplayed it. He said, no, he's looking forward, to how this year plays out. Didn't really answer the question. You know the thing he does when he's asked about that. But October 7th and 8th are also Amazon Prime days. LeBron has a major partnership with Amazon Prime. So a lot of fans think this is either a retirement announcement or it's just a scare, and it's going to be an ad to promote something that he's doing with Amazon Prime.
But why would him retiring be a scare? It's not a scare. He's 40 years old. He'll be 41 in December. This is his 23rd season.
I don't think he's
not
retiring.
A scare.
I don't think he's retiring.
The fans don't want to see it. Now, I will say, yesterday when he posted this, it sparked the ticket sales for the Lakers' final home game for the season. Yeah, so the Lakers play Utah Jazz on April 12th at the Crypto Arena in LA. And before this post, tickets were starting around $82. Right after the post, they spiked to $580 a ticket, according to ESPN.
If this is an Amazon Prime promo, this would be so whack.
Yeah, I don't think
so
I don't think he's retiring. I really don't. He's still averaging 23, 24 points. I don't think he's going to retire. I don't think so. I think it's probably his new sneaker just come out, or he just took a picture with his new sneaker or something like that.
He does have the sneakers, because remember he brought them on Kaisenet Stream, gifted them there. But today and tomorrow are also Amazon Prime Day, so we'll have to see at 12 p.m.
He might drop the shoe on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I mean, his Prime partnership, he has his grooming brand, and they do a lot of his products over there. So we don't know. But this is what people are speculating. They're in his comments really upset, though. Like, people are mad. Like, why are you doing this to us? What's going on? People are talking about the fact that it might be Prime.
Everybody's tuning in.
Yeah, everybody's guessing, and even outlets are trying to figure out what this means.
But if it is some type of promo for something, right? You're stepping on your own retirement rollout. Because LeBron deserves all the things. He deserves the farewell tour. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all time, one of the greatest athletes of all time. So, he deserves everything. So he shouldn't be so dramatic about it, I guess, and step on his own rollout when he finally does retire.
But if he retires 2 years from now, nobody's going to be like, no, we remember what you did 2 years ago.
Depends how he does it.
They still going to have love for him.
Depends how he does it.
It's kind of like when Snoop did the thing, I'm not smoking anymore.
Yes.
And
that messed me up.
All the artists came through. All the artists came through. Like, I'm not smoking anymore.
I know, right?
Yo.
And then when he got up, he was like, what? Yeah, all right. Y'all thought that was for real.
I love Snoop, but Snoop not smoking anymore is not the equivalent to LeBron James, one of the greatest athletes of all time, announcing his retirement.
I don't think he's retiring now.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. So I'll be tuned in at 12 to see what happens.
Perfect ending for LeBron. If I and I said this earlier, like LeBron, go back to Cleveland, right? Especially this year would have been perfect. He was a free agent. Go back to Cleveland. It's an easier path to the NBA Finals, because the East is wide open. Jason Tatum's hurt for the Celtics. Halliburton hurt for the Pacers. Miles Turner gone for the Pacers. The only competition in the East is the Knicks. You end up in the finals again, right? Lose.
Cleveland and Knicks are the only ones in the East.
Yeah,
right?
But you end up in the finals again, lose. Perfect storybook ending for LeBron. Greatest Eastern Conference Finals champion of all time.
Damn, why you say that, man?
Because he is.
Crazy.
He's the greatest Eastern Conference Finals champion of all time. How many Eastern Conference Finals he got? 10? 11? Something like crazy like that?
He up there.
Oh, maybe. Well, you know what? Then maybe number 2, because Bill Russell got 11. I got to look at how many he got. He still would be the greatest Eastern Conference Finals champion of all time. LeBron?
He'd be one of the greatest players of all time.
But definitely the greatest Eastern Conference Finals champion of all time.
Jesus Christ, he'd be one of the greatest players of all time.
Yes.
Between him and
Well,
Jordan.
I have more sports news here. Very important as well, because Taylor Swift
oh my goodness,
sat down with Fallon last night, and she addressed the Super Bowl rumors, and she talks about conversations she's had with Jay-Z. Let's take a listen.
You didn't turn down the Super Bowl because of performance footage?
No.
Okay.
Like, Jay-Z has always been very good to me.
Yeah.
Our teams are really close. Like, it's like they sometimes will call and say, how does she feel about...
Yeah.
And that's not like an official offer or an official or like a conference room conversation.
It's just a
like, our
feeling
teams
out.
are really close. How does she feel about it in general? And we're always able to like tell him the truth, which is that like I am in love with a guy who does that sport on that actual field. Like, that is violent chess. That is gladiators without swords. The whole season, I am locked in on what that man is doing on the field. Can you imagine if like he's out there every single week, like putting his life on the line, doing this very dangerous sport? And I'm like, I wonder what my choreo should be. I think we should do 2 verses of Shake It Off, into blank space, into... And this is nothing to do with Travis. He would love for me to do it. I'm just too locked in.
I love that.
I loved it too.
I love that, yeah. For sure.
So, no Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl, guys.
And that is why.
Because I ain't listen. What was her reason?
She said because she loves her boyfriend, her fiance that plays football.
He ain't gonna be there this year.
She's putting his life on the line every day. Hey, yo,
He ain't gonna be there this year. What does this got to do
She
with
said, I
anything?
can't think about Shake It Off
The Chiefs
when
are
I'm thinking
2-3.
about my fiance
Yes.
hurting himself
She
on
said,
that
I'm not about to be
field.
worried
I
about
gotta lock
choreography.
in. I can't think about Shake It Off when
Shake
he's
it off.
thinking about risking his life out there.
He's not going to be there, Taylor.
She
You
also
could-
never got a real offer, she said, too.
Oh, well,
That-
that's
no, but he
different.
said they asked her
Yeah.
how you feel, and she said,
But that ain't a real, like, we want you to come. That's like checking the temperature real quick. Like, yo, let me see what's happening. If Jay-Z wanted Taylor Swift to come, he would be like, here, offer, let's do it. He ain't offer yet, nothing either.
Did she really sell 2.7 million albums in a day?
First of all, they talk. It was over. No, in a day. Yeah. Yes. But no, I don't know about the day. I know in the first week was over 3 million.
No, I saw something that said 2.7 in a day. I was like, how is that even possible?
She keeping some lights on. One of these labels, she's keeping their lights on.
Amazing.
She is. Yeah. So we have some more in the next hour. Yes. 2.7 million copies in the first day of release, according to the Hollywood
And
Reporter.
don't act all excited because you didn't even talk about it on Friday.
I didn't. We
And
talking
you
about it.
shouldn't
We talking
I'm
about it
glad you
today.
didn't, actually.
Today is what,
She didn't even
Tuesday,
listen to the
Wednesday.
album.
She didn't. I
She a
know.
fake
I'm
Taylor
glad
Swift
she
fan.
First of all,
Name 3 songs.
I'm not doing
Name
this with
2.
y'all every single time we bring
Name
up this
1.
woman. The latest with Loren LoRosa is ending. Where are we going to next, Envy?
All right, we got front page news. Mimi will be joining us, and then Havoc from Mobb Deep will be in the building. Of course, the last Mobb Deep album, Infinite, comes out this Friday, and we'll talk to Hav. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get back in some front page news. Now, on Monday Night Football, the Jaguars beat the Chiefs 31-28.
Good job, Jaguars. I'm not no Jaguars fan. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I just like to see the Kansas City Chiefs lose.
Why? Why so much hate for the Chiefs?
There's a lot of mayonnaise in that potato salad, you know what I'm saying, with a sprinkle of raisins. Was Taylor Swift at the game last night? I heard she was at the game last night.
I seen Duval post up, but he might have been playing.
Yeah, I don't know if he was playing.
Yeah,
I meant to ask him. I don't know if she was really there. I don't think she would go to Jacksonville. Yo, you know Taylor Swift sold 3 million records?
Yes.
No.
In like
1 week, right?
Like,
week and a half.
in
or
a
something?
day. He said like 2.5 million in a day.
When? She just dropped the album or something?
Yes, Friday.
Oh, I didn't even know that. That's what's up.
She didn't do like no press or nothing like that, right?
Never.
Her boyfriend podcast.
That's it. Damn, okay.
I
Taylor.
think she called in the Elvis. I think she did call in the Elvis show. Good morning, Mimi.
Good morning, Envy. Hi, Jess.
Hey, girl.
Good morning, Charlamagne.
Peace, Mimi.
All right, so we start this hour in the Oval Office where President Donald Trump made news on 2 fronts yesterday, weighing in on the unrest in U.S. cities and the high-profile case of Ghislaine Maxwell, as Jeffrey Epstein's long associate. So Trump said that he is weighing whether or not to use the Insurrection Act, a centuries-old law that allows presidents to deploy the military for domestic law enforcement. Now, if he were to invoke the law, it would allow him to bypass the judges and governors who've been blocking his troop deployments into several U.S. cities. Let's listen to what he had to say about that.
But we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up, or governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to make sure that people aren't killed. We have to make sure that our cities are safe.
Why didn't he use the Insurrection Act during the actual insurrection on January 6, 2021?
Exactly. That's the question everybody's been asking, actually. So the Insurrection Act of 1807, it hasn't been used since 1992, since the Los Angeles riots. Now, Trump said he would consider invoking it if state and local officials continue to block his plans to send in the National Guard to cities like Portland and Chicago, which we've been talking about. And his ally, Steve Bannon, is encouraging him to do so, saying it's time to, quote, put governors like Gavin Newsom and J.B. Pritzker in their place. But this wasn't the only unrest making headlines yesterday in the Oval Office. During that same appearance, Trump was asked whether he'd consider pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell after the Supreme Court rejected her final appeal. Let's listen to what he had to say about that.
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I haven't heard the name in so long. I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look. Did they reject that?
She wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what happened?
They said that they were not going to hear her appeal.
I see. Well, I'll take a look at it. I will speak to the DOJ. I wouldn't consider it or not consider it. I don't know anything about it. I have a lot of people who have asked me for pardons. I call him Puff Daddy has asked me for a pardon.
But she was convicted of child sex trafficking.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to have to take a look at it. I'd have to ask DOJ.
Keep on pardon both of them.
But listen, he is really the best at double talk, man. He can literally sit in front of anybody and tell them exactly what what they want to hear. He literally goes, he said, I'm not going to consider it, but I haven't considered it. I don't know whether to consider it, but I don't know if I'm going to consider it. Like, what?
I don't even know the story.
I don't even know the story.
Right.
Like, what?
He gonna pardon both of them. I'm telling you. That's what it
I don't
like.
think so.
You don't think so?
Well, listen, there's absolutely zero reason to pardon a woman who is in federal prison for helping Jeffrey Epstein exploit underage girls. If Donald Trump pardons her, that's the president of the United States publicly endorsing sex crimes against children. Period. And if that was to happen, everyone, including his base, should never stop talking about the Epstein files. But it also shows people that President Trump doesn't take sexual exploitation of minors seriously. And the fact that he's even flirting with pardoning her shows he doesn't take it seriously.
He gonna pardon her. If not, he gonna pardon her on the day he about to leave. But I think he gonna pardon her. And I think
the day he about to leave? That's 3 years from now.
He gonna pardon her in 3 years.
I don't believe that.
I mean, she was sentenced to 20 years in prison, so it's very possible, Envy, that she could definitely get a pardon in 3 years because 20. So we'll see. But you're right, Charlamagne, because he was a sentence. She was a sentence for abusing or helping to abuse young girls. So we'll see what happens. But this is not the first time that Trump has opened that door to giving her a pardon. So
if you're trying to make people forget about the Epstein files, pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell is not going to help with that in no way, shape, or form.
At all. All right, well, after a week filled with headlines about power and control, there's another battle over who gets to decide what we see, what we learn, and what we read. So it is Banned Books Week, which means schools and libraries across the country are shining a light on stories that are being silenced. According to PEN America, nearly 7,000 book bans were enacted last year, most of them in Florida, Texas, and Tennessee. And so when you look at what books are making this list, you might be surprised. These are among the top 10 most banned books in America. And Charlamagne, we're going to start with one that is your favorite. I'm talking about Judy Blume's Forever.
Classic.
Yes, that is on the banned books list. It's they said that it's banned for explicit content. So,
but that's what I be saying when it comes to like stuff like brand safety. Like, brand safety is subjective. That's why, advertisers need to move away from brand safety, because why the hell is Judy Blume Forever on the banned books list? Who says Judy Blume Forever isn't safe?
Well, what is the book about? Why is it on?
It's about teenage sexuality.
It's a coming of age story about first love, and it was written all the way back in 1975, Jess. So it's been literally like 50 years, and they're still challenging this book.
Yeah, it's just about teenage sexuality. That it's the show that Mara Rocker killed is based off Judy Blume's Forever.
Okay, so it's a book about that. Okay, and they banned it.
Yep. Polls show that most Americans disagree with these bans. 71% say that they oppose books being removed from schools and libraries. And if you want to see a full list, you can go to pen.org/banned. And so also, you guys, have you ever talked about something near your phone and then 5 minutes later you saw an ad for it on Instagram?
Girl, yeah. And listen, I could be thinking about something and see it. No, not even just talking. When you think about something, it pops up on your phone. Yes.
That is what everyone is saying. And so Instagram CEO, he put out a video yesterday, and this is what he had to say. Let's take a listen.
We do not listen to you. We do not use the phone's microphone to eavesdrop on you. Now, first of all, if we did, it would be a gross violation of privacy. You would drain your phone's battery and you would notice, and you would actually see a little light on the top of the screen letting you know that the microphone was on.
Yeah, so he lying. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. He's lying. Yes, y'all are listening. Those front cameras be on. Y'all watching. I don't care. It's been like that for years. There's no way. What other explanation would we have to see exactly what we've been talking about and thinking about 5 minutes later?
So if you know they watching, do you put on a show? Or do you just leave?
Period.
Okay.
I perform every day. so performing every day.
No, I'm with you, Jess. But starting today, Instagram will begin notifying users about an AI-powered feature that's going to shape what shows up in your feed, from ads to suggested photos. So this new tool will start using your chat activity, your likes, your search behavior to personalize your recommendations even more. So as we just heard, Instagram says they are not eavesdropping. They say it is your algorithm. They say they partner with advertisers who share data about the sites that you visit, the videos that you watch, and the posts that you engage with. So in other words, if you click on a shoe ad or you follow a fitness page, expect to see more of that. But like you just said, a lot of people are not convinced, especially with this new AI assistant that's rolling out. It's going to be tracking your preferences. So it's just being rolled out today, but by December 16th, the idea is that Instagram will be able to maybe watch the chats in your DM, and your discovery page will look a lot like what you've been writing, videos you've been sending friends, all of those different things.
That's even weird. Like, that's even
worse,
more weird.
actually.
So his statement was definitely unnecessary. We didn't even need it.
I will say there's algorithms that make me not even want to be on my phone anymore. And the reason I say that is because the beauty of social media used to be discovering all of these different things.
Right.
But if you're just sending me a bunch of UFO videos, because I watch UFO videos, I get bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, that is your front page news. I'm Mimi Brown. Follow me at Mimi Brown TV. For more stories, follow Black Information Network and download the iHeartRadio app or visit BINnews.com.
All right.
Mimi.
Thanks,
Thank you, Mimi.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, when we come back, we have Havoc from Mobb Deep. We're talking about Mobb Deep's last album, Infinite, all right? It comes out this week, and we're going to talk to Havoc all about it, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Loren LoRosa's here as well. We got a special guest in the building. We have Havoc here. Havoc, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
How you feeling?
Real good, real good.
Havoc from Mobb Deep, of course. New album, Infinite, out on this Friday.
That's right.
How did you put this album together?
Oh man, it was a long time in the making because after the untimely death of Prodigy, you know what I mean. It was something that I wanted to do, but it took me a minute because the family was in the grieving process. But to make a long story short, linked up with ALC, Alchemist, and we knew we had to start. You know what I mean? Start the album, so flew out there. I had a couple of songs already. You know what I'm saying? Some verses from Prodigy's family, and Alchemist had a ton of verses already. So we just started putting it together and just breaking it down.
How did you pick which verses, like when you're going through Prodigy, verses that we've never heard?
Right.
How you pick which ones? Because people were anticipating hearing it.
Right. I mean, it was kind of hard because, to me, you know what I'm saying, all Prodigy verses is dope. You know what I mean? So it was hard. I mean, because we ended up with 25 songs, ended up with 15. But I don't know, just the best ones, you know what I mean, out of Prodigy's verses, if I could pick, it's really hard though.
Now, were any of these songs done already from y'all already, or these were all you had to get every new verses from, whether his daughter, I see his daughter raps, his family, or Alchemist?
I mean, I thought that I was getting, most of the verses was unheard verses, but one of them was released 14 years ago. So, you know what I'm saying, we wiped the dust off and, rocked with the songs or whatever. But, most of them is just verses that nobody never heard before, especially, you know what I'm saying, some that Al has, it's crazy verses, for real. But, I was giving some verses from the family, and I just, technology, you could just take a verse, if it's 92 BPMs, you could put it down to 88, or you could speed it up to 100, so it's kind of seamless.
How was the family with doing this? Did the family want a new Mobb Deep album out? Were they cool with it, or they were
they was cool with it. They was cool with it, but they just wanted to make sure that they was part of the process and that they wasn't left out. So, the first time that we started working on the album, we had Prodigy's daughter there, you know what I'm saying, and getting her blessings, and she was kind of got a little emotional when she was hearing her father, you know what I'm saying, as me and Al was getting emotional listening to Prodigy talk, acapella talk about, I see you on the other side, and, I love you. It's crazy.
What was your relationship with before he passed?
It was actually, I feel like I got my friend back. You know what I mean? Because right before he passed, real talk, we was shopping at Whole Foods, trying to get on a healthy path. And he, after we did that, he knocked on my hotel door. He never comes to my room. Came to my room, and we was just kicking it, just trying to go down a healthy journey. Because, we had, a little dust up before that.
What was that dust up for? Because I always would say, Mobb Deep is that one crew.
Right.
I'm like, them, they'll never,
right.
They just... So from the same area, they didn't been through beefs and this and that and problems with money. They didn't been through it all. So I figured y'all were that one group that was nah. But y'all had a little situation at one point.
I just say this, when it comes to alcohol, just stay away from social media. You know what I'm saying? Just leave that alone. Some things, brothers go through things, but that's supposed to be behind the scenes. You feel me? So it was just built up frustration and me taking to social media. I wasn't taught to go to social media and air out my differences. So that's something that I did. And Prodigy kept it real classy with it. He was, A-class general with it. He didn't even engage in that little dust up. But, you know, it was a little strain on the relationship. We broke up for like a year. Then we came back together, toured. And then slowly but surely just kept building that brotherhood back.
And after that breakup, how did y'all get back together? Like, what was that conversation? Who reached out first, or who put y'all together?
Because we both got friends in common, right? So it wasn't like, yo, okay, today y'all gonna meet up. It was like that gradual, and then we just end up in the studio together. You know what I'm saying? And it was like nothing ever happened, right? Like the beat is up, and we just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do X, Y, and Z, and you know what I mean? But we did get a chance to kind of like talk. You know, I knew him since I was 15. You know what I'm saying? So that was like my brother for real. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy when he passed how close we was getting before that.
And y'all were in Vegas when he passed, right?
Yeah, we was in Vegas. We had just did like, you know, one of those shows. I think Ice-T be throwing those tours with a lot of the old school artists or whatever. Nori was there, Raekwon, and Ghost. And he wasn't feeling well. And you know, I just thought it was just like one of those regular sickle cell crises, and he'll, you know, be back home in New York. Yeah.
Is there because I know that this is you working with Master Pill to drop this. Is there anything just because this is also people are looking at this as like a comeback project or like a return project, but it's also a tribute as well.
Right.
Is there anything when people are listening to the music from Prodigy that we haven't heard, like when you were putting together and producing all of this, like what was the message you wanted his fans to get from him in hearing him again?
Well, you know, I don't think that it was so much of me like wanting a message to be put out there about Prodigy. The fans know what they wanted. You know what I mean? Like I'm constantly getting harassed by the fans. Like, yo, when you putting out that Mobb Deep album? I mean, look, I don't got no control over that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't own Prodigy Versus, so it was a process. You know what I mean? But you know, I hope that, you know, the supporters get from it like, yo, you know, P was one of the illest MCs out there, and I think that, you know, he has some unfinished business.
What was the pressure like for you, if any? Because this has been, since 2014 since you dropped a project?
Yeah, the pressure was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, you know, the music landscape been changed, you know what I'm saying, on Mobb Deep, but we stay in our lane, you know what I mean? And I just kind of like, that's all I wanted to do is just stay in our lane, not try to go above and beyond and trying to sound like I'm doing some drill music or something like that. You know what I mean? I just wanted to stay Mobb Deep.
Now you did this deal with Nas's Master Pill, she just mentioned.
Yeah.
How involved was Nas with this project, and why did y'all decide to sign with the Nas and do the collaboration with Master Pill?
Nas kind of like took the hands-off approach. You know what I mean? We trusted Nas. You know what I mean? We know him, of course, obviously since the beginning. You know what I mean? From the top, and he in position right now. You know what I mean? So we tons of people would have did the Mobb Deep album, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it was like, who do we trust? I trust Nas, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, he over there at Master Pill, we sat with them, and it wasn't about the money, it's just more like who would do justice to the project, you know what I mean? And we trusted Nas for that, and you know, he took a hands-off approach, but when it was time to, you know, give a little bit of critique, he gave it.
He did 2 verses on it as well.
3.
He did 3 verses on it.
Yeah, I mean, 3 verses for Nas. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a good way to go out, you know what I mean, on the Mobb Deep album. That was cool, you know, featuring her, Georgia Smith, you know, 2 phenomenal artists, and Porter Henny.
A lot of your stories have been going viral the last couple of days, right? Of course, the Pac stories always go viral, the Jay-Z stories go viral. But the mind frame back then, when you felt like the West Coast was taking a stab at the East, right? And y'all said, nah, this can't happen. Break that down, because y'all were probably one of the first to jump out the window and be like, we riding all day long. And how difficult was it when y'all were touring and going to these markets and seeing these people? And did you ever run into any of the people that you shot at on record, I should say?
Yo, check it out. Like, when you in places like Minneapolis and you see people throwing up gang signs and holding up Tupac posters, you don't even know if you're going to make it out of there. You understand what I'm saying? So that's that. You know what I mean? Never mind going to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, back in those days, we was in our 20s. You know what I'm saying? We invincible. We like, what? We got beef? It's on. I'm surprised more artists in New York didn't come out swinging. You understand what I'm saying? This is NYC. And, yeah, we love our West Coast brethren for sure. But we going to let you know, if you clap at us, we going to clap back. You know what I'm saying? You know, a couple of artists represented New York, but not in the way where we like, yo, y'all kick it down the buildings? Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? We not letting you do that. But it was a test. You know what I'm saying? Because it was serious back then. People was getting shot. and things of that nature. But we came out, we survived it.
And y'all never ran into anybody on the West Coast? Y'all never ran into a Pac back in the day? Nobody?
Nah, and it's not like we was hiding. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we was in L.A. We had to be in L.A., to promote the project. But he passed. Like when the beef was about to be on, we came out with a project we was about to, Hell on Earth. And he got shot. You know what I'm saying? That kind of just made everything like...
And y'all even switched singles because they said the single was LA.
Right.
He got killed or shot.
Right. Because it was Drop a Gem on him.
Drop a Gem on him.
It was Drop a Gem on him. We put that out and it was going viral, so to speak, for back then. You know what I mean? But then he got shot. And it's like, yo, son, let's pull the record. Like me and Pete, like, yo, let's pull it. Not even the label saying that. And we pulled the record. And then eventually he definitely passed away. So it was like, damn. But we put it on the album.
Mm-hmm.
And pulling the record, I mean, I know it's common sense to be like, okay, you're pulling it because now things are like so serious. But in that moment when y'all made that decision, the conversations, like, I think a lot of people hear these stories too, and it just sounds like, it's like kind of like almost like a folktale to us. But you were like in that moment, like, what's the feeling of like, is it, okay, we want to pull it because we just don't even want to be involved in this anymore, even though you're already there? Or is it like out of respect? Like, what's the real...
Like for real?
Yeah, like why pull it? Because at that point, y'all are already like, we here, we doing this, like we poking out our chest.
Look, at the end of the day, he was a brother. He was our brother. Like, we might have beef with him and all of that, but we don't wish death on nobody. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And we not that thirsty, like, to be like, whatever he did, like, keep it moving. Like, that would have been bad taste anyway. You know what I'm saying? It would have been tasteless. So we just was like, nah, just pull it. You know what I mean?
Your relationship with Big was not the best.
What you mean? Like,
was it good? Because I thought the relationship wasn't necessarily the greatest. You and B.I.G.
Oh, for real? Me and B.I.G. We got the same birthday.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did y'all ever have conversations the same? Because y'all were both getting shot at like crazy. Did y'all ever have conversations like, let's do this together?
Right. Now, unfortunately, that's another one that passed away so early. You understand what I'm saying? Because, Puff said, yo, come to the studio. I need you to do some music with Big. I didn't even know the Locks were going to be on the song Last Days. So I'm in there doing that. He in another room, because I guess he was recording like crazy back then. You know what I mean? So we never got a chance to really have a conversation. We went on tour together. You know what I'm saying? The last memories I have of Big is being in Ohio, and we supposed to go on, but Big was like, F that. I'm going on before y'all, because they spraying mace in the crowd, like the gang members is wild. I didn't even know Ohio had gangs like that. But those are the memories I have with him. So we didn't get a chance to like really kick it. But I think had he lived longer, we'd have probably been partying together. You know what I'm saying? Same birthday, Gemini too.
How did watching the death of Tupac and then of Biggie change how you felt about just being an artist at the time? Like, were you scared?
But did it change? Because y'all ain't stopped beefing. Y'all kept going. Y'all never stopped.
Nah, you know what? To be honest with you, it was like, I felt it was mad disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? For like, it's like no, like you just killing artists. Like y'all just, you know what I'm saying? I understand, you know what I'm saying? Artists is human beings, but it's like no respect for the artist. Like y'all just murking the artist. So that had me super concerned. Like, I'm like, wow, like it's, you already got your concerns when you going on tour and making sure you safe. But now people just get out of here, like bye, you gone, that was crazy.
I always tell everybody, if we have a hip hop conversation, my favorite beat ever, and I think I told you before, is Shook Ones, right? It's just when you think of hip hop, there's nothing that out hip hop Shook Ones. Just the raw, just uncut. It doesn't sound like it's ever filtered. Just doesn't feel like it's never mixed, and it just feels like that. But I also feel like when a lot of times when they talk about some of the greatest producers in this industry and in the game, they don't mention you.
Right.
How does that make you feel? Because they'll mention the Dre's, they'll mention so many other people, but a lot of times I don't hear Havoc.
I mean, it could get frustrating. You know what I'm saying? It get frustrating, when your name is not being mentioned, when you feel like it should be mentioned. But at the same time, we never got nominated for Grammys, and I'm sure we had albums that was platinum and gold during the time when the other artists were platinum and gold, and that and we never got nominated. So I just feel like it's in the same vein. But you know what? My peers, you know what I'm saying? When I see them, like I just seen Dr. Dre the other day, he like, yo, you inspired me, and I'm looking at him like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you inspired me, but I feel him. I understand what he's saying, because we all inspire each other. So things like that kind of negate the frustration I feel of not being mentioned, because I could see somebody like Dr. Dre and they be like, yo, son, like, you know what I mean? That's all I be needing.
That's all you need.
That's
Same
it.
thing with Prodigy with lyrics, though. I think a lot of people don't necessarily understand how nice he was lyrically. And he doesn't get into a lot of those conversations as well either.
He don't, but then you have somebody like Jay-Z. If you ask him a question about Prodigy, he'd be like, Prodigy was one of those ones. You understand what I'm saying? So when people don't involve him in the conversation, but they rapper's favorite rapper is screaming their name, like not screaming their name, but giving them the credit, I think sometimes that's the just do sometimes. And then eventually the generations that's gonna come after us, when they start doing their little investigation, like we used to do with the, maybe not y'all because you're a little younger, but you know, with the 70s, like we pulling like James Brown, we pulling all these stylistic Blue Magic. They gonna start pulling those Mobb Deep records and be like, damn, what's this? This sounded crazier than all that other stuff that's supposed to be top 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And how, you mentioned Jay. How did that beef ever start? And do you ever regret never producing for Hov? Is that one of the things you said?
Off top, of course. You know what I'm saying? As a producer, you want to produce for the best of them.
Because you produce for every New York great, but
right,
that one.
Right. That's the one I'm chasing. You know what I mean? But shout out to Hov. When that beef happened, I had to stand with my brother.
How did it start?
Oh, it started because back to what we was talking about with the Snoop and them.
So ever since Snoop came through and crushed the
builders, and then we came with LA, and then I think Prodigy seen an article with matter of fact, I think Jay-Z said something in his line about New York been soft since he didn't appreciate it, and then he said something in a magazine that called Hov out his name. Hov is you know what I'm saying, this is a contact sport. He, you know what I'm saying, he in his prime, he going right back at Prodigy, so it just started right there. Right.
Do you feel like that beef hurt Mobb Deep?
I'm not gonna say that it hurt Mobb Deep, but it could have did a little nice little delay. You know what I mean? Because when you got somebody like that just coming at you, you know what I'm saying? It's like it starts chipping away at that armor.
I always wanted to know what Nas said during that time when y'all, because y'all were all beefing together.
Right.
Did Nas ever say, yo, let's do this together? Like, what was that conversation like?
Nah, he was on his lone wolf real quick. You know what I mean? He came out with that ether. It was like, you know what I mean? Nobody saw it coming. You know what I mean? We never ever had a conversation about like, yo, yeah, man, let's go get him.
Let's
like,
jump him. Let's jump him. Nah, that was never the conversation. Now, I always like to ask, because these are my two favorite beats, my two favorite hip hop beats. I want you to break down when you created Shook Ones and when you created Quiet Storm.
Right.
And whose choice was it to put, of every artist out there, Why Little Kim? So let's start off with breaking out Shook Ones. So where were you when you made Shook Ones, and did you know that was going to be what it was?
Shook Ones. I made that in Queensbridge in my mom's apartment where I grew up at, right? Dirty records all over the floor, scratch, pop, vinyl. Didn't even really know what I was doing. Then the crew came in the crib, Prodigy, all of them. They said, hey, what's this? I was like, oh, it's whatever. I'm about to turn the computer, the drum machine on. No, don't turn it off. Keep it. Kept it. We did a song to it. Actually, we had a Shook Ones part 2, and then part 1, and then this became part 2, and it took off. I had no idea it was going to do that. Quiet Storm, I ran out of samples. You know what I mean? I ran out of anything to sample, so I'm just looking at this Sugar Hill Gang record like, damn, let me just try you for now, because that's a record that I always pass, like, White Lines and all of that. Mm-hmm. Nobody's not putting that on, you know what I mean? So put that on, sampled it. I said, let me slow it down, maybe, like, slow it down, throw some rim shots to it, and just did it. Didn't think nothing of it. Prodigy used to come to my house, go in the basement to the studio while I'm asleep, and then when I went down, he's like, yo, Hav, what's this? I was like, it's whatever. It wasn't nothing. And he did a whole solo song to it. And then we ended up making it the first single on, I believe, it was Murder Music. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of a little upset by then because Chris Lighty, God bless the day, he was like, yo, we making this the first single. I'm like, yo,
I'm not on it.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, but you made the beat. And I think that was the time when now everybody's just looking at me as a producer and not even a rapper. So that's another story, you know what I mean, that I'm getting looked at just as a producer when I just be trying to, like, write my life away on the paper, but it's all good.
And then how did y'all what was the decision to put Little Kim? Why Little Kim? Of all the female MCs at that time, why Kim?
I mean, come on, Envy. You know what time it is. We go in the club right now. Mobb Deep's in the club. It's a sausage fest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we like, yo, we need to get the chicks involved. Who we could get? Little Kim. And she agreed to do it. I went to the studio. I seen her in there writing her verse. She sung my hook over. I'm telling you, that record took off. Like you couldn't.
It was genius. It was to the day where you could put out a street record and it could be a single. And to this day, is one of Kim's biggest verses. It just connects. Hot damn hole, here we go again.
And she got the dance that she do
to this day.
To this day.
Yeah, I was thinking about you mentioned like going in a club and like using that and bringing that back into the music. Maybe some artists do that now, but I think a lot of artists are geared toward like TikTok and numbers and research because the industry has changed.
Right.
Envy always talks about how lit the club scene in New York was and all the artists and all the things. Like
I always tell her that everybody used to be outside. When we was clubbing, like it was. There were no, I would say, rich or broke. It would be the dude from the block on the left side,
right?
Mobb Deep on the right, Hove in this corner, Kim and them on this side. You would see Nas was always in a cut by himself somehow, some way, wiggling in and out. You would see the Lost Boys. You would just see so many. You would see everybody in the club, and you would see how music reacts. And like you said, it wouldn't matter. You play the Gangsters record, girls is rapping, dudes is rapping. And we would go from club to club, night to night. And it was just a feeling in New York. I always tell about that. You just could never change. It was just something about that.
It was an amazing time. You know what I mean? Like when street records you was able to dance to it. You didn't have to make a radio record. You know what I mean? But once your record took off in the clubs, you was kind of like pretty much out of there. I think the clubs dictated hits.
When you signed with 50, when y'all did the deal with 50, break that down and why y'all decided to sign that deal and where were y'all at that point as far as Mobb Deep to go?
I mean, if you get offered some Ferraris, you not gonna sign the deal?
Absolutely.
But 50 called me. We was free agents at that point. I think we had been on Jive.
Yep.
We sold 150,000 records the first week. That wasn't good enough for Jive. Today, I mean, that's like probably platinum or something like that. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean? But it was
happy with 30,000 now.
Exactly. So I guess we was ahead of our time, or not, whatever it is. But 50 called me. I had already worked with 50 like maybe a year before that. Before he was bubbling on the mixtapes.
Yep, I remember.
And he was one of my favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? We did Bump That and Clap Those Things or whatever. And that was supposed to be for my solo album. Loud Folded, never came out. And then the next thing you know, a year later, somebody named 50 Cent is just going. Bubbling, right? So we kept that relationship going. And by the time we became free agents, he gave me a call, said, I want to sign y'all. He swept us up into the G-Unit umbrella, went on tour. The rest was history.
How come you never signed more artists? Because you were the producer, you were the artist. How come you did? Because you could have, I'm sure, signed 50 early on. Besides Big Noy, who did y'all?
True. You know what it is? I guess I haven't ever found the artist that I truly like, I just don't want to sign somebody just to sign somebody. Like, I guess my bar is high. You know, I really want to sign that artist. Now, there's an artist that I did want to sign that she wasn't signed at the time. It was Jasmine Sullivan. She just came in to like write, because back then I was like getting people to throw reference vocals, and I was working with Stevie J, and he knew her and got her to the studio, and I was like, God damn. I was like, yo, she's nice. You know what I mean? But she's one of those artists that you know is going to get a major record deal and get signed. You got to come with the business if you want to sign a Jasmine Sullivan. Correct. But for instance, like, I don't run across artists like that all the time, and those are the artists that I really want to, you know what I mean? And they few and far between.
So you didn't sign her only because the deal situation wasn't going to be what you thought it should be, or like, how did that not move forward?
I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to lie. But, you know, female artists is like high maintenance. You know what I'm saying? It come with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not to, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, because you got glam and branding, and they get it. And I will say, although Jasmine Sullivan,
t-shirt and jeans, that's it.
No, our t-shirt and jeans is a little different. But Jasmine Sullivan is one of the best singers, period, in the game, right? But I feel like it took people so long. It was hotels for me when people even started recognizing her the way that they should have. And she had been working for so long before that. So I'm sure a lot of money was poured into that.
Absolutely.
So I understand what you're saying, but y'all didn't even have a conversation in an attempt to see like what she would say to your offer?
I had the conversation in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish that I because I was just, I was in my own way. You know what I mean? But the artist in me wanted her to shine. You know what I mean? And not even, try to get in her way. But, that's what it is. Like, I never come across artists of that caliber. It's really hard, right? Like, so that's why.
I was going to ask, what's the biggest bag you ever missed out on? Because just business-wise, you didn't plan for that.
The biggest bag I missed out on was for a Super Bowl commercial. They wanted to use the Mobb Deep music in the Super Bowl commercial, and for whatever reason, a lawyer took too long, and we missed out on the opportunity. So yeah, that hurt. Still hurt.
So you're doing this album as a passion project because obviously you don't need the money if you're still getting paid like you are.
I ain't say that.
Infinite is out this Friday, and we appreciate you for joining us, man. I love these stories, and I just love to see the growth because I was a kid in Queens, and I watched what y'all did, and we admire that. You know what I mean? From the driving the cars, the shooting the shook ones video to all that, we got a chance to see it. So the fact that you're still heavy and you're still doing it, man. We appreciate you, brother.
And this is we got a date for the Method Man COVID album.
Oh yeah, the Method Man COVID. We don't have a date, but me and him are actively in the studio. And he tried to put me in the headlock. I didn't let him, but he said we got to finish this album.
Yeah, y'all
and we're
been
gonna
actively
finish it
for a couple months. We waiting for a date, but okay.
I know. We'll have one soon though.
Thanks for joining us though.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Album comes out this Friday. It's Havoc. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
I'm becoming a straight fat.
Jesus. She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on this.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On the Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
Okay, so Mark Sanchez, former NFL quarterback, also now turned sportscaster, sports anchor for Fox, there was a stabbing incident that happened. Now, when this story was first reported, it was just reported that Mark Sanchez had been stabbed in an incident. There weren't really too many details, and then more details came out. Yesterday, police in Indianapolis, which is where this went down, downtown Indianapolis, held a press conference, and the Marion County prosecutor made the announcement that Mark Sanchez's charges, because he was later arrested in the hospital once they reviewed surveillance video, have escalated from misdemeanors to a level 5 felony battery charge involving serious bodily injury, which carries anywhere from 1 to 6 years behind bars. Now, the police say in this press conference that the charge was elevated after they looked at the alleged victim's conditions. They say the victim suffered a severe laceration to the side of his face, penetrating all the way through his left cheek. Now, for background.
Stop it, man. Why would you use that word? You could have used any word.
What am I supposed to say? It's your cheek on your face.
You could have went through the cheek, but as soon as you said penetrate from one side to the other side, you knew he was gonna laugh. You did that on purpose.
That's crazy.
I am just here reporting the news and getting you guys' opinions and takes.
Back to the penetration. Go ahead.
Boring Loren don't do nothing on purpose.
Hey, yo.
So
why you use that word? I knew it. As soon as you said penetrate.
You too. You funny.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yes. So the victim suffered that laceration that I just mentioned. But for background, because we didn't originally report this story, Mark Sanchez was hit with 3 misdemeanor charges, as I mentioned. So he got into an incident with a guy that drives a delivery truck. It's a 69-year-old man. He was driving a truck early Saturday morning, and he parked at like a loading dock. He was dropping off oil to a hotel, fryer oil to a hotel at a loading dock. And him and...
What's funny about that one?
See, she said she came back and said fire oil, but you dropping off oil to a hotel is crazy too. Go ahead, Loren.
Oh, baby oil, did he? Okay, okay. Basically, they got into it. Yeah, that was.
Caught that.
Yeah,
caught that.
Mark Sanchez and this guy allegedly got into it because he claims or alleges that Mark Sanchez was upset about where he parked the truck. So, allegedly, the back and forth with them got heated to the point where this guy alleges he feared for his life. So he stabbed Mark Sanchez a few times after trying to pepper spray him. He said that it didn't work, and so both of them ended
over
up
a parking spot.
They said,
wasn't Mark allegedly drunk too?
Yeah, so allegedly Mark was intoxicated, and it got really, really intense. And the man says he tried to calm the situation down, tried to pepper spray him, didn't work. So then he says that he stabbed him, and this man was also injured as well too. They were both taken to the hospital. That surveillance video that I mentioned came about, and that's when Mark Sanchez was arrested while in the hospital.
So Mark allegedly did this. I'm looking at the picture in the New York Post. He did this to the guy?
I didn't even see that picture, but
Jesus, that man looked,
Yeah. So now you can tell that in this press conference that police are really, really upset. They wanted to make it clear that Mark Sanchez, it doesn't matter who you are, we're going to investigate this the way it should be investigated. Right. And the guy, his name is Perry Toll, has already filed a lawsuit. So he filed a lawsuit against Mark Sanchez and Fox for assault, battery, And then against Fox for negligent hiring, retention, and supervision. He says
Fox got to do with
this? He wasn't on duty.
So he's saying Fox should have known that Sanchez was a bad fit as an employee, allegedly due to his propensity for drinking and or harmful conduct. I'm sorry, because Mark Sanchez was in town to call a game, but that didn't happen once all of this happened and he got replaced. So yeah,
nah, you can't. He wasn't working. Like this man was. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but you can sue anything for any.
Well,
anybody
I know
for
one
anything.
thing. If I'm looking at this picture of this guy in this newspaper, and this is true, if Mark Sanchez was drunk and he put hands on this guy like that, it seemed like the guy was defending himself to me.
Yeah, and Mark Sanchez hadn't said anything, or any reps for him had not said anything, but he did issue a statement yesterday. His family says, "This has been a deeply distressing time for everyone involved. Mark and our family are incredibly grateful for the concern, love, and support we've received over the past few days." That comes from his brother Nick in a statement that was given at TMZ. Mark remains under medical care for the serious injuries he sustained and is focused on his recovery as the legal process continues. We'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to responders and the medical staff, because police made it clear both people could have really been harmed really badly, died in this situation.
It looked like more than a cheek was penetrated.
Well,
it's true though. Look,
and how old was the gentleman?
The guy is 69 years old,
and he looked. Oh, he white, so he looked way older. But that's crazy, man.
Well,
that's 70 years old. How old is Mark? Mark is what, 47?
I'm not for sure, but the laceration to the face that we mentioned, that's the one that made them elevate the charges. But he was stabbed in the 69-year-old man was also stabbed in his upper torso as well. And police say that they're alleging
Sanchez is 38.
That Mark was the aggressor in the situation.
Oh, that gentleman got stabbed too?
Who?
The old man got stabbed too?
That's the that's the guy that was dropping off the
tried to pepper spray him and it didn't work, so he had to stab him.
No, but you said the old man got stabbed too?
Both of them were stabbed. Yes.
Damn.
And he's 70. That man is 70 years old. Mark Sanchez is 38.
And he looks in bad shape. Like, he's in bad shape for sure from that picture.
Yeah, well, the police say both people, to be clear, both people could have died from this situation because these injuries could have been very, could have not bounced back from them. And that's why they're taking this so serious. I mean, they take everything serious, the police, but they wanted to make that clear. Yeah. So
who allegedly stabbed the old man? Mark Sanchez?
Yes. So basically, I'll explain to you.
They were stabbing each other?
That sound Latino to me. They was going at him, boy.
Please.
God dang. Is this man Latino?
He stabbed him and then he stabbed him back.
Jesus Christ.
Up and down.
It had to be one knife. Maybe he took the knife from the old
like
the other individual.
Turn.
Yeah, because I'm sure Mark Sanchez wasn't walking around with a knife or a blick. Well, I don't know.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It is
so
crazy.
So he stabbed Mark first, and then Mark was like, "Oh, no, you don't," and then stabbed him.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, actually, the truck driver, Perry, told cops he stabbed Sanchez multiple times in self-defense after being attacked. And he said Sanchez then took Toll's knife and slashed his cheek open, cutting the man's tongue in the process.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Because I can't see Mark Sanchez walking around with a blade. You know what I mean?
Right. So we took it from the guy.
Allegedly,
and the guy was probably slow.
Where is the
He's
video?
probably real slow. Not in the brain.
I don't know
but
where
he was probably moving slow,
the video
and the guy probably got the knife.
The full video hasn't been released, but there is video of the man being put on a stretcher. There was obviously video because they said that's what made them upgrade the charges.
But I wonder what happens.
Mark bleeding.
Because if the guy stabbed
there's video
Mark
of
first,
Mark walking away from the scene too, like limping away from the scene with a lot of blood on his shirt. So, yeah, this is.
I bet you tequila was involved too. I can't put my finger on it or confirm it, but I guarantee you there was some
that
tequila
old man had some fight in him. Because 70 years old and you was able to stab him like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But he had to be quicker than that because Mark got that knife like chang chang. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
We have to go now, Lauren. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to throw to the topic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Happy birthday to Vladimir Putin, though. It's his birthday.
That was silly.
What? Well, they put it on the sheet.
I don't know why.
Yeah, they put it on the sheet. It's Vladimir Putin's birthday. And happy birthday, Tony Braxton.
You should have said Tony.
Well, it's on the sheet. It's on the sheet. Don't put it on here if I can't say it.
I hate the show. Charlamagne, who you give me a donkey to, man?
Before after the hour, I'm conflicted about this donkey, but we have a young man named Michael Stenick. He needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with him.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Make sure you tell them to watch out for Florida, man.
The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. Yes, you are a donkey.
A Florida man attacked an ATM for a very strange reason. It gave him too much money. Florida man is arrested after deputies say he rigged the door to his home in an attempt to electrocute his pregnant wife. Police arrested an Orlando man for attacking a flamingo.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Donkey of the day for Tuesday, October 7th has me conflicted, okay? The common sense, logical human in me wants to give it to 57-year-old Michael Stanek. Michael is a Florida man, ladies and gentlemen. And what does your Uncle Shala always tell you about the great state of Florida? Say it with me. The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today is no exception. See, Michael was doing 107 miles per hour. Okay, I know he deserves Donkey of the Day because there is never a reason to be speeding like that on the highway. All right, in fact, I don't even know why vehicles make cars that can go over whatever the speed limit is. Okay, what's the point of having 100 plus on the dash, especially in America? Okay, I know the Autobahn in Germany, that highway in Dubai, I think it is, they let you push it to 100 plus. But also, why? Why do you need to be going 100 miles per hour? You're not in NASCAR. Okay, hell, Marty McFly only had to go to 88 to initiate time travel. But Michael was doing 107 miles per hour. Not to mention, if you crash doing 100 miles per hour, you dead. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And if you do survive, you will have long-term physical and emotional trauma. So I just don't see the reason to ever be going that fast. But what does it say about me? That when I first heard this story, I said he was tripping. But then when I heard the reason he was speeding, I kind of understood. Okay, hear me out. See, Michael was pulled over for going over 100 miles per hour, and he had a reason that I'm sure a lot of men can understand. What are some reasons a man could be speeding? Late picking up the kids from something, late for work, late picking up your wife, your significant other. All of those are valid reasons to be speeding. Okay, not 100. But if you were doing 100 plus, I wouldn't agree with you doing it, but I can understand why you would be doing it. But there might be a sleeper reason on that list, man. And this is why Michael Stanek has me slightly conflicted this morning. And I know this story is Florida. I know. But what he told police, I think it's going to be some men out there that can relate. We have the actual dash cam footage from Michael Stanek after being pulled over for doing 107 miles per hour. Listen to his reason.
Why don't you hop out for a second? Reason for the stop. You're going 107. Why are you going so fast?
I have an appointment with my barber.
You have an appointment with your barber?
In New Smyrna.
In New Smyrna. So,
the car's got a photo.
So you go 107 miles an hour, weaving in and out of traffic, putting other people's lives in danger. Now you get to go to jail for the night.
Hey, for the night?
For the night, yeah. Florida, it's criminal to go over 100 miles an hour.
I did it.
Well, you do now, right? Now your car will be towed. Now you'll be going to jail.
Let's play the beginning back for me, Ray. Just the beginning. I need y'all to understand why was he doing 107 miles per hour. He was honest with the police officer. He had an appointment with his barber. Listen.
Why don't you hop out for a second? Reason for the stop. You're going 107. Why are you going so fast?
I have an appointment with my barber.
You can stop. Listen, come on, my brothers. I don't care what race you are. We talking about our barbers here. Barbers are essential workers. Barbers are as important as doctors, therapists, dentists. You have to have a primary care barber. Okay, and when you have a primary care barber, they are usually in demand, so you have to respect their time because you want to be there when it's your appointment time. Sometimes you even get there a little earlier because he might be running late with another client, or another client might be running late, so you get to cut into that person's time. Okay, now I'm not making excuses for Michael, but if a man is speeding to get to the barber, that means he has some important things to do that day, and the haircut is the foundation of it all. Okay, that's what folks don't understand. The way Fleece Johnson feels about booty in prison is how free men feel about haircuts. Okay, there is nothing more important when you have something to do. I don't care what outfit you got on. I don't care what you're driving. I don't care what's on your feet. If you don't have a haircut, it's all for nothing. Once again, not making excuses for why Michael was speeding. Okay, he was doing 100 miles per hour. That's insane. But it has to be a certain level of understanding amongst men when it comes to these type of situations. Okay, also, I understand police officers have a job to do, but can the man get a break for his honesty? By the grace of God, nobody was hurt from his speeding. He told you he was trying to get to the barber. If you a male officer, you gotta understand a little bit, right? Provide the man an escort. Get him to the barber on time. Don't take him to jail and mess up his day. You already see he's speeding, trying to get somewhere on time, and here you go, making him even more late. No. That's not how that should go. Okay, God bless those police officers, because if they hadn't have stopped Michael, he may have killed himself, or even worse, killed someone. Okay, listen, kids. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer. If you're not in a rush to die, don't act like it when you get behind the wheel. Please give Michael Stanek the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. Ooh, you are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
Envy, you look very stupid and beige in the face. I can tell when he wants to say something stupid. I mean,
That is so
I've been
rude.
working with this guy for 15 years. Go ahead, Envy.
I know how that went. It went just like this.
Okay.
I need a haircut. I can get you in if you could be to me by 2 o'clock.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
If not, I'm not open until tomorrow, and I got a flight.
He hit that gas.
And he hit that gas.
107 though.
You got to get to there. You got to get there before 2 because he got another cut at 2:30, and you need that cut before your flight or before your date or before whatever you got to do.
But even with you being slightly remedial, would you even say to the cop, y'all got it?
He's being honest. There's nothing wrong with the honesty.
What would you say?
I ain't like the remedial stuff, but
I'm sorry.
Because I would have just said retarded. But
Yeah,
yes,
but
I don't use that word on the radio.
But anyway, no.
No,
I wouldn't say the
you wouldn't
haircut.
like-
Why
even
lie?
You wouldn't. What?
Because that's not. Nah.
So your black ass would say, "I got an appointment with my barber."
No, he would say, I got to wax it.
Hey,
He would say,
probably-
I got to wax. I got to wax at 3. It can't be late.
I got a colonoscopy.
I'm on time for stuff like that.
Okay.
But I would have just told the truth because you're probably going to jail anyway. So you probably got a better chance of telling the truth and not going to jail. Yes, because he told the truth. I got an appointment with my barber.
Nah.
No, yo, you can say, yo, my wife is in labor. I'm racing to her.
That's a big lie.
He could check that one. He could check that
Big
one.
lie.
He could check that one.
Big lie. By the way, the only other reason to be speeding like that is if you about to shard on yourself. That's happening. But you probably won't realize it's a reason to speed until you've sharded on yourself. And I've sharded on myself while driving, so I know that I would never be in that position again. But if I would have hit the gas just a little bit more, I probably would have got to my destination.
But I thought you
before I
didn't fold in
sharded
your
on myself.
clothes.
That's one of the reasons why I don't.
Oh, from then on, it's been no, I can't.
Yeah, but that wasn't a fart though. That was a shart. Sharts are uncontrollable.
Loose booty! All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
That's what happened when you getting bottomed out.
I do Kegels.
Okay. So it helps the elasticity.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, you don't?
I don't think you're supposed to have an elastic booty, is it?
Yes, that's the whole point. Your booty is like a rubber band. It's like, yes.
I don't know.
Why are we going here? Why?
And when it gets stretched out too much, it's hemorrhoid time.
I think your booty should be more like a tire.
Oh, no. What?
What the hell are we talking about?
Hard and durable?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Should nothing be able to penetrate your tire.
Oh, my God. Yo,
All right. Well, thank you.
Keep it going.
All right. Now, when we come back, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. All right. Now, Cam Newton was talking on his podcast, and he was talking about body count. It's hard to go from booty to this.
I know.
But this is what he had said.
I wanted to know her list.
Of who she
I want to
Names,
know.
addresses?
I needed to know. I have
Oh
to.
my God.
Because before I sit up here and really keep moving and elevating our relationship, I want to know who got one up on me. And if I'm willing to take on that burden, because if you had any type of relationship, intimacy experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that. Because if you don't give me that, you got me. Hey, y'all, this my girl.
All right. So the question is
I
800.
wonder why he thinks somebody got one up on him.
Right.
When they came before him.
Right, exactly.
Pause. But we'll talk about it when we come back. 800-585-1051. Do you want to know your partner's, your significant other's body count and names? Like who they were with.
I feel like
when
this
they
is
were
a-
with that
this is
person.
This is a tale as old as time. I feel like we asked this question every couple of years.
Well,
but y'all ain't never had my take on it.
That's right. We're going to talk about it when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
And don't ever pull out your phone.
Call in right now.
Call me.
Add your opinion to the Breakfast Club topic.
Break it down.
800-585-1051. The Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone. Tell her.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we were talking about Cam Newton. He was on his podcast talking about body counts, and this is what he said.
I wanted to know her list.
Of who she
I want to know.
addresses?
I needed to know. I have to.
Oh my God.
Because before I sit up here and really keep moving and elevating our relationship, I want to know who got one up on me. And if I'm willing to take on that burden, because if you had any type of relationship, intimacy experiences with people that I really know, I need to know that. I'm owed that. Because if you don't give me that, you got me. Hey, y'all, this my girl. And you got somebody over there in that corner like, that don't know. If she had been with somebody that was close to me, I would have had to respectfully, I'm not there yet. I can't carry that weight yet.
So we're asking 800-585-1051, do you want to know your partner's body count and who they slept with? Not just the number, but names. Jess?
Yo, now listen, hear me out on this. I'm not opposed to what Cam said, right? I do understand. On both, now me, I don't really care, but it depends on who you date. Now, Cam Newton is a celebrity. Mm-hmm. Jasmine, you know, that she is too. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, celebrity or whatever. Uh-huh. She is. So Cam don't want to be around somebody that she had slept with or was, you know, and he don't know. I don't know about the one up, but I just don't. I prefer to not have him if I was in her shoes as well. I prefer not to have him around these niggas that may have smashed me or I was smashing them and he don't know. So I understand that the body count. All right, cool. He did also say that he can't judge her for something that she did before him. Correct. But he just wants to be in the know. I do agree with that. Me, my list, crazy, and nobody ever asked for it. Right. So that's fine. But I'm not sharing it. No.
But I see what you're saying. If you're in the same industry, right, and you're going to be around people, you would want somebody to know.
For sure.
First of all,
I understand
if I'm Chris, now I want to know, since your list so crazy, why your list so crazy, Jess? Because you're on the radio telling people your list so crazy. Why the list so crazy?
Because back in the day,
if I'm Chris, I'm putting the hammer down today.
She's evolved.
I'm putting the lawn care equipment up, and me and you gonna sit down, and we gonna have a whole conversation about this crazy list of yours.
No, his list was crazy too, and I'd rather not know about it. I don't want to know about his list at all. At all. No, he went crazy. I already know he did. He lived out the country. So that overseas, you know what I'm saying? Like all that, no.
I bet you Chris and Ice Agents got the same list. I bet you it reads the same.
Wow. What the hell?
This is why, that's why I can't talk to him.
I agree with both of y'all. I feel like Cam just want to know who she slept with in the business. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know all the famous people you smashed. Because, you know, some of these bodies don't matter, especially if you've been with a woman for a long time. Like, do you really care about the college and high school stuff? You care about that 10th grade Tinder?
No.
You care about that senior slong
she was getting? Care about somebody if you got to interview somebody, and he would want to know.
Yeah, you just want to know the fame. If you're in the business with a person or in the industry with a person, you want to know the famous people that person slept with.
For sure. Now, Chris did ask me that. He did ask me that. He did not ask me for my body count on my list, but no, he did not ask me how many truckers I slept with. And he asked me about. Y'all some idiots. No, he asked me about celebrity. Just go to the phone lines.
Man, you both made me spit out my tea, man. Talk about the truckers. That'd be crazy if Chris wanted a list of the truckers. Yeah. Like, you just a little lot lizard out here,
Jeff. Right, no. And I'm not. You're a clown, Evie. That's him trying to get me back because I call him Remedial.
Oh, my God.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, peace. This is Greg from Jersey. How y'all doing?
Greg from Jersey.
Greg.
What's up, man?
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, Jess. Good morning, Evie. Good morning, Charlotte, man. On the topic, right? I just broke up with somebody because of this situation, man.
What happened? Tell us.
So me and Shorty was dating for a while. My man gave me the drop. He like, yo, I hit it a minute ago.
Damn.
But when I came to her, you know, we all chill together too. So it's like a close situation.
Oh, wow.
So I brought it to her. I said, listen, Shorty, like, all you got to do is keep it real with me. Like, I just want to know. She got belligerent, act crazy. She broke up the crib. Like, wild bro. Cops called, all type of
Damn. Did you like her?
I used to.
See, here's my thing. If you
Just
like
hit
her,
me with that right hook.
but if you like her, what does it matter if your man hit back before you?
It's the honesty for me. Like, if you're going to lie about something in the past, you're going to lie about the future.
And that's his guy. But no, they
She
all
said no.
chill.
She
No,
said
he did ask her. Oh, okay,
he
okay,
asked her.
they all chill. I respect your man for coming to tell you about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, now were y'all serious? Like that was your girl? This was just somebody you talking to? Because she don't owe you that if this somebody that you was just talking
Nah,
to.
we locked in. We locked in.
Then, yeah, she
We
definitely
locked in,
owed you
Jess.
that.
The kids integrated. We was like a
Damn.
little low key.
Yeah, she definitely owed you that, you know. But to get upset about it, and the way she got upset about it, you had to ask her. You had to come at her crazy. It could have been how you came at her. I'm telling you.
I mean, I ain't going.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna say I came at it the best one. I'm cool and collected about it. Like I was upset.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
the
when
way
she
you
lied
came at
about
her.
it, I pressed it even more.
Yeah, but that's the thing. She made you didn't even provide that safe space for her to be honest with you. You feel me? You probably came at her like, you know, I can't even say what I think you said on the radio, but I know you came at her kind of crazy, and that's why you got that right hook.
Absolutely. Hello, who's this?
Envy, what's up, Envy? Hey, y'all.
Hey,
what's up,
Trav?
So I'm calling talking about your little discussion, and I'm going to say that I don't even know your body count, but I need to know if you mess with certain people that I know, because that's that you don't mess with, you know, Taran. And I saw Taran last month with a bunch of bumps around his mouth.
Who the hell is
And now you
Taran?
Just a random
bumps
guy.
do you have?
Just like an anonymous guy.
It's an anonymous game, but
Oh.
now, let's say Taran fine, and then you be like, yeah, I messed with him, and then it's like, oh, I know I saw Taran with some bumps around his mouth last month. Now I can't talk to him no more.
Damn.
I totally understand, Trav.
Trav, did anybody ever ask you if you
I don't want
smashed
no bumps
Charla?
around my mouth, Jazz.
Exactly. I know. I hear that.
Trav, has anybody ever asked if you smashed Charla?
Yes, they ask me all the time.
I know they did.
Do you lie or you tell them the
I
truth?
know they did.
It depends who it is. If it's my cousins, I like to troll them sometimes.
So you be lying on your pee-pee?
I be lying on your butt.
And see, and that's why niggas don't believe that. That's my brother. That's my sister. Because they call each other brothers and sisters. That's why you can't trust that.
That's disgusting.
That is. That's my brother, though.
But men
Like,
be
no.
lying. That's why even the guy that called last time, how can you trust your homeboy? How you know your homeboy was telling the truth? How you know your homeboy ain't see you happy with this girl, and maybe that was the chick he was trying to get with but couldn't never get with, so he just decided to tell you he hit when he didn't.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, good morning. It's Zania.
Hey, Zania. Talk to us.
Hey, so you got to think about where you are in life. I'm at an age where it's like, what is the benefit, technically, of me knowing the exact body count?
That's true.
Like, if you think about it, you get to a point in your age and time, you're like, you know what? I'm where I am for a reason, and if I want to share my life with somebody, there's really not really any benefit to knowing an exact count, because at that point, think about it, you're going to end up judging them. So then what type of relationship are you really going to have?
I do think it depends on what type of relationship you got with that person, though. Because, you know, like you and a person might have the type of relationship where y'all sit around and discuss your old horror stories. You know what I mean? It's just like soldiers sitting around discussing old war stories.
And that's cool. But, you know, you don't want to put yourself in a position now. Let's say if you're an overthinker. I know me. I'm a Capricorn. Big Capricorn, I overthink. And I don't want to sit there and then judge my partner because, let's say he's had 10, 15, whatever females. All right, but I love you now. That was you then.
That's
I'm
real.
not going to kick you because you was a thought back then. That don't mean nothing to me now because you ain't doing that now.
That is
you
true.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I know exactly what you mean,
To me,
and I
it's
get
not
it.
really a benefit. However, now if it's somebody close, like my homegirl, then it's like, all right, we got to work that out. We got to
Right.
talk about that. But as far as like a full number, we're too old for that. Nah, we ain't too old for that.
Okay, thank you, Mama.
I feel you.
What's the moral of the story, guys?
I mean,
it's to each his own.
I
Like,
agree.
some people don't mind giving up that list. Some people don't even ask for it. Some people do. Like, they apparently, Cam and Jazz, they like best friends. Like, she commented
Yeah,
on
she
it
did
and
comment
was
on
like, yeah, he has my list, so it's now like, it's fine. It's nothing that I have to hide. He don't have to find out
Right.
nothing later that I didn't tell him. Like, and now he knows how to protect me.
And I also think it's context to everything. Like we said earlier, both of them are in the entertainment industry,
Mm-hmm.
right? Cam just wants to know what other athletes what other entertainers
that he might interview, that he might run into.
That's it.
Right,
Exactly.
because he's running. He has a podcast.
That's
Everybody come up there to sit on his chair and talk to him. Like he could talk to one of her former bodies or whatever.
Right.
And I just think it's. I mean, also if you really like a person, you don't care
matter
what their body count is,
Yeah.
man. Unless y'all all in the same industry and there's 3 people in the industry. Then you a hoe.
Then you care.
No, you a hoe. I'm letting y'all lay. That's another thing. Ladies, need you to know that. If you slept with more than 3 people in the same industry, you a hoe to somebody.
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
I'm telling you right now.
All right. Well, when we come back, we got the latest with Loren, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Lauren be coming with straight facts.
She gets them from somebody that knows somebody.
She gets the
somebody
details.
I'm the homegirl that knows a little bit about everything.
She be having the latest on you.
The latest with Loren LoRosa.
Sometimes she have facts, sometimes she have details, sometimes she have a little bit of everything.
Well, it's the latest.
On The Breakfast Club.
Talk to me.
So Diddy, his team was asked at the sentencing, where does he want to be housed for? Well, if they have any, preferences of where he wants to be housed for his 4 years. And his team has now answered that. So they submitted a letter to the judge yesterday that asked the judge for Diddy to be put in a low-level security prison, federal prison here in Jersey, called Fort Dix. And the reason why...
Y'all play too much.
Why would you have to say it like that, yo?
Like Fort Dix of all places?
Dix.
Okay, go ahead.
This is like on Coming to America when they looked at the map and they said they want to go to America and it was like, where can we find a good lady? And they picked Queens. It was like he just spun the globe and he looked and he was like, that's where I want to be.
Damn.
Fort Dix.
Crazy.
Send me there.
Well, yeah, he wants to go there because they have a really good drug.
Jesus Christ.
They have a really good drug rehabilitation program, and then they're talking about just a bunch of different programs that they do as he kind of tries to get himself back together to be eventually released, and it'll make it easier for his family and stuff like that to be able to visit him and things like that. So just a quick update there.
I wonder how he feels, man. Like, because you got
what?
Because some of this he got to look at that and be like,
I'm sure he's depressed.
I know
sure
the joke. I know the joke. I know 50 Cent gonna kill me with this, but I gotta
go to Fort Dix.
I gotta go to Fort Dix.
Okay.
It's closer to home.
Can you imagine building a Fort for real?
What?
You know how many male prostitutes you have to create a Fort?
We are moving on. And that's why we're moving on. Like, seriously, that's why we're moving on.
Yeah. What else we got?
So
you know you build a fort of pillows. You know you build a fort of pillows.
Oh
I need 20 male prostitutes because I want to build a fort of around me.
This guy's too much. Continue on.
We're moving on. Okay. So in other news, Gucci Mane, he has his book that he wrote, and he's talking about different parts of his life and advertising the books. And he posted a video talking about a time where he had to be kidnapped by his own wife and his bodyguards because he was having a mental crisis. Let's take a listen.
I got a new book coming out called Episodes. So anybody who got family members or they self is dealing with mental health issues, you need to get this book. This talks about my struggles through my adult life with mental health. It's talking about a whole bunch of different episodes in my life. It talks about the time I was high as hell and got the ice cream cone tattoo. It talks about the time when I was going through an episode and my wife kidnapped me with my 6 bodyguards from the Porsche and had to take me to a mental hospital. It talks about the time me and Scooter seen each other in the airport and we got into it when I was going through an episode. It talks about my childhood. It talks about me and OJ growing up trapping. It even talks about me and my mom and our strained relationship from when she tried to get the thing like Britney Spears got on her. My mom tried to do that to me.
Listen, man, I'm looking forward to this book. If I knew that Gucci was coming out with this book, I would have definitely had him at my mental health expo this weekend. Because I love when people share their stories because the only, way to erase the stigma around mental health is for people to share their stories. So I'm glad that Gucci is coming out with this book called Episodes.
Yeah, and I think at least in, the stories that he's telling, because people make mental health seem like an isolated thing, it affects your family too. Like, and the people who love you. So I think, having that conversation and talking through what that looked like for his family too will help people.
Oh,
so
that's one of the panels we have at the Mental Health Expo. One of the panels we have at the Mental Health Expo is people who have to deal with people who have mental health issues. Because nobody ever talks about the stress and the pressure that they be under.
Yeah, which is a lot. And in other news, in other 1017 news, Pooh Shiesty, rapper Pooh Shiesty from Memphis, Gucci Mane's artist, was released yesterday. Now this release it's a few months early, but he was slated to be released in April of 2026, but he was released yesterday, and I saw videos posted already. So, I tried to reach out to see like if he went right to the studio or like what those first day is going to look like home for him, but Didn't get anything there.
Dropping clues bombs for
yeah,
Pooh
but
Shiesty,
he's
man.
here at his home now. So, wishing him the best and to stay here.
Absolutely.
I know everybody wants their rappers to go to the studio right away, but they got family. Like, they want to see their family. You know what I mean?
It was all the videos I saw posted yesterday were
He's at the
like
crib.
family and friends. Yeah, like people just excited to see him.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. Always good to see somebody be able to touch land again.
Absolutely. Pooh Shiesty dope. He was dope when he went in. I hope his career continues now that he's home.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that is the latest with Loren. Now, when we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. We're going to start off with some Mobb Deep, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
You're checking out The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, we got to salute Havoc from Mobb Deep for joining us today. Their new album, Infinite, the Mobb Deep album, comes out this Friday. It's going to be on Mass Appeal, which is Nas's record label. So salute to Havoc.
Drop on the clues bombs for Nas and Mass Appeal. Mass Appeal has been putting out some of the best, hip hop projects.
Absolutely.
Of the last couple of years.
That's right.
Especially this year. This year was what? Raekwon, Mobb Deep, Ghostface. Who else Mass Appeal came out with this year? I definitely remember Ray, Nas, and Ghostface.
Those are the
and
three
now
I remember.
Mob.
Yep.
No, not Nas. Ray Mob and Ghostface.
Ray Mob and Ghost, yeah. So, and Nas is on there 3 times. Nas spits, he's on there 3 times. Clips is on that album. You got the album, right? You got it, right?
I don't think I got it. I heard that one song though.
Yeah, it's the album's dope. Now Jess is gonna be upstate New York this weekend.
I'm gonna be in Syracuse Friday and then Albany on Saturday at the Funny Bone Comedy Club. We got 2 shows Friday and 2 shows Saturday. Get your tickets if you haven't yet. I will be doing meet and greet. Get on the website JessHilariousOfficial.com. I can't wait to see you upstate New York.
All right. Well, it's time for a positive note. You got a positive note, Charlamagne?
I do. And I want to tell people too, man, make sure you have my 5th annual Mental Wealth Expo this Saturday at the Joel and Diane Bloom Wellness and Event Center in Newark, New Jersey from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is an absolutely free event. It is a day of mental health education and healing. We got a day of panels. We got breakout rooms. So, you can go learn how to meditate and do yoga, all types of different stuff, man. But, who's going to be there? Debbie Brown's going to be there. Dr. Alfie Breland Noble, Dr. Jay Barnett, Elliot Connie, Jason Wilson, Deontay Wilder, just to name a few folks that's going to be there. And it is a free event. It is absolutely free from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Just go to mentalwealthexpo.com to register. Now, the positive note is simply this, passion. Okay, I want to talk to you about passion, all right? Passion is a feeling that tells you this is the right thing to do. Nothing can stand in my way. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. This feeling is so good that it cannot be ignored. You're going to follow your bliss and act upon this glorious sensation of joy. Follow that passion, y'all. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?